I'm not defensive about it.
Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream, and welcome to all your latest Chelsea transfer news and Chelsea versus Juventus watch along. Kickoff in 40 minutes time, 12:30 p.m. UK time. And we've got loads to dive into before kickoff chat. We'll run through all the team news. We'll get through the latest transfer news. Pep Traveria's move is virtually done. News on Pedro Neto and Manchester City, plus outgoings with centre-backs, Tosin, Badiashile, Chalobah. Loads and loads to dive into before kickoff, guys. Big up to every single one of you who is locked in. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. And, of course, get involved in the chat, people. I want to hear what you lot are saying. But first things first, guys, a quick reminder, as always, make sure you show some love to the sponsors, Jerseys, FC, Soccer Shop. Link is in the description. Link is pinned to the top of the chat as well. So make sure you go and show the guys some love. Get your Chelsea kits, your retro Chelsea gear, your international jerseys, whatever jerseys you want, guys. They are on the website. Great quality, affordable prices, names, numbers, patches, whatever you want. Link is in the description. And link is pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you go and check it out. Right then, let's see what you lot are saying about everything. Big up to you, brother. Big up to you. The fact 16-year-old Madi Jahuli starts with Lavia and Asugu is very telling. I don't know if it's telling. I just think it's load management or whatever. They'll play second half, I'd imagine. Yeah, run the likes up, people. Big up to you. Tosin always plays. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Was it just me or did Asugu look so similar to Caicedo in how he plays? Asugu was brought in as a kind of a Caicedo understudy. That's why he was signed. Directors are getting sacked. I don't think they are. I don't think they are, brother. I've not seen anything saying that the directors are going to be sacked. I don't know where. I don't know where that's come from. No idea where that's come from. Big up to you, brother. Don't you think Xabi Alonso preferring to start a 16-year-old instead of Lavia and Asugu? Not really, no. Chavaria, is it a deal? Yes, it is a deal. It is a deal. But let's get into the team news first, guys, because the team news is actually quite interesting. The team news is actually quite interesting, chat. No Cole Palmer, no Levi Colwell in the squad at all. And the Chelsea team news is as follows. A 4-2-3-1 system. Sanchez in goal. Palestra right back. Somehow, we are seeing a Tosin-Fofana centre-back pairing. I don't know how this has happened. Hato left back. Midfield pivot. Moises Caicedo, first minutes of pre-season. He captains the team alongside Nicole Jazuli. Massive game for him. Then, interesting three behind the striker. First glimpse of Giovanni Quenda on that right-hand side in a Chelsea shirt. João Pedro plays in the 10 in the absence of Cole Palmer. Jamie Gittins continues on that left flank. And then Danny Welbeck, that guy Welbs, first start, straight in. Arrived on Monday, straight into the team. He's going to be leading the line. And then we've got 21 substitutes on the bench, like Mykhailo Mudryk, Esteval, Jackson, Neto, Asugu, Ashimpong, Satpayev, all these kind of guys are on the bench. I think this is quite an exciting quartet, chat. Front four quartet. I mean, tossing whatever, there's bound to be a mistake. We know what's up there. We know exactly what's up there. We know there's going to be all sorts of nonsense from him. And if I was Ashimpong, I'd be raging. I'd be absolutely raging that Tosin is still starting games at centre-back ahead of me. But forget that. The midfield pivot is exciting. Caicedo, first minutes, as I said. Nicole Jazuli, massive opportunity for the youngster. But I'm really liking the look of that front four. I'm really liking the look of that front four. Excited to see what Danny Welbeck can potentially offer us against Juventus. João Pedro in the 10 is going to be interesting. We don't really see that very often at all. We don't see it very often. And then obviously Gittins, can he continue his largely positive pre-season to date so far? And then what can we expect from Giovanni Quenda? Another young, exciting talent, but we're yet to see him in a Chelsea shirt. So this will give us a bit of an idea, a bit of a glimpse into what we can potentially expect from him. And then maybe we get some Mudryk minutes in the second half. We get minutes of Jackson first on the tour. Let's get Achimpong on at centre-back as well. So, yeah, look, this is a decent team, a team that I am looking forward to seeing. And, you know, Juventus themselves, let me run through the Juventus team as well, just so you guys are kind of aware of what we're coming up against. So they got Di Gregorio in goal, Kalulu, Federico Gatti, Lloyd Kelly, and Zeki Celik as the back four. Manuel Locatelli and Douglas Luiz as a midfield two. Then they've got, remember Jeremy Boga? Jeremy Boga, I think, was former Chelsea or definitely Academy. Fabio Moretti, Andrea Cambiaso, and Milik. So there is no Kenan Yildiz. No Kenan Yildiz in the starting lineup. Kenan Yildiz is on the bench with the likes of Coop Miners, Jonathan David. Yeah. So this is not an amazing Juventus side, but this is definitely our toughest test of the tour. Toughest test of the tour, no doubt. If they're trying to put Tosin in the shot window or boost his value, they need to stop. Brother, putting Tosin in the shot window is actually decreasing his value because of how poor his performances are. Big up to you, bro. Xabi getting a game time look at a few more today. Nothing bad can come of that as he'll learn something about each player. But there's nothing you can possibly learn about Tosin. But yeah, look, again, you'll find getting more information for sure. But anyway, that's the team. Game kicks off in half an hour's time, chat. We're going to get into some transfer news, though, because for Pep Chavarria, that is coming, guys. Pep Chavarria, that deal is virtually done. Virtually done. And here is the news from Fabrizio Romano this morning. David Ornstein and others have also reported this. Chelsea are completing details of Pep Chavarria deal, then all done. Agreement almost closed with Rayo Vallecano after new bid exclusively revealed days ago. 19 million euros fixed fee, plus add-ons being clarified. Then he's got the green light to travel. So after about 5 or 6 weeks of negotiating back and forth with Rayo moving the goalpost. Oh, we want the £21.3 million release clause. Oh, now it's doubled to 42.4. Oh, we want this, we want that. After all their time wasting, all their shifting of goalposts, the deal's going to be done for a fixed fee of 19 million euros. It's so annoying. It's so annoying because Chavarria should be on the tour. He should be on the tour and he should be playing for Chelsea right now. This signing's been dragged for months. And is that his agent? Look, I don't think it's anything to do with the Chavarria side of things because he's wanted the move. This is all to do with the hold-up from Rayo moving goalposts, Rayo being time wasters. And look, ultimately, I'm glad this is done. But after all that nonsense, it's going to be 19 million euros. Complete waste of everybody's time. Chavarria should have been on the tour. He should have been in the squad today. But I suppose at least it's done. And once again, the club have signed a player that Xabi Alonso wanted. Yeah, I think so. I think, look, £16 million for a 28-year-old. I think it's good value for money. And I think it's, low risk, high reward. It's low risk, high reward, in my opinion. I don't look at it as a expensive deal. And then obviously, if he does well, great. If he doesn't do well, then no problem. We've not spent a lot of money. So it's just annoying that Rayo have just wasted so much time on this deal. But I would say this is a value for money deal. Ornstein adding Chelsea on the verge of an agreement with Rayo Vallecano to sign Pep Chavarria. Permission for the 28-year-old left-back to take medical expected to be granted and personal terms in place. Clubs on good terms as work advances to complete the switch. I just don't know why it's taken so long. I really don't. It's a strange one. So, look, Chavarria won't be going on the tour, I don't think. And we will be waiting to see him first game at Stamford Bridge, that Real Sociedad game. That'll be the first time I expect we see any minutes from Chavarria. Yeah, look, Chelsea were never going to overpay. You know, I think we would have been prepared to pay £21.3 million, but Rio were moving mad. Rio were doing all sorts of nonsense. And so the deal has been slightly held up. And I think in pounds, that deal is about what? I'd say it's roughly just over 16 million. I think that's about right. Yes, I think it's just over 16 million, chap, which in this market is next to nothing. Absolutely next to nothing in this market. 16 million pounds. Initial fee of about 16.3 million, plus there are further add-ons, but final details need sorting. So I reckon really this deal will total about 20 million pounds. I'll probably say there might be 4 million pounds in add-ons. So we're looking at around a 20 million pound total deal. Big up to you, brother. Good stopgap while Hato and others gain experience. To be honest, I think Chavarria will actually play a reasonable amount. But it's not someone that's going to block the pathway of a Hato, for example. So yeah, look, I don't think this is too bad at all, chat. By the way, chat, 140 in the building, only 33 likes. Make sure you're smashing that like button, people. Big game coming up. Chelsea, Juventus. But yeah, Chavarria is done. And once again, it is another player through the door for Xabi Alonso. Now, we cannot say that he's not calling the shots, and we cannot say that this guy's not been backed, because this guy has 100% been backed. 100% been backed. So there we are. Left back position has been solved. Now onto midfield and probably another centre back in an ideal scenario. So we're going to move away from the Pep Chavarria news, guys. Pep Chavarria, job done. Just on Palmer and Colwell, by the way, touching at the top of the show. They didn't take part in training yesterday. Both had minor issues. It was just a precaution. That's why they're not taking part in today's game. Right. Let's move on to the other big news that dropped yesterday. And that big news was Pedro Neto and Manchester City. Fabrizio Romano with the exclusive chat. With the exclusive. And there've been murmurings of interest between... There've been murmurings of interest, chat, between City and Neto. But there was nothing really concrete, nothing major from anyone kind of credible to an extent. But this from Fabrizio yesterday. Man City make direct contact with Pedro Neto's camp as talks start over a possible move. Neto among Man City targets if Savinho goes to Spurs, while he's also understood to be on Tottenham's list as backup option. Deal also depends on Chelsea's valuation. Now, we've heard that I think Chelsea want about £70 million for Pedro Neto. That's believed to be the valuation. Now, if someone pays that, they'll let him go. If no one pays it, I imagine that we'll obviously keep him. And I think the club would be fairly happy in doing so. Now, I'm not overly fussed either way. If we get 65, 70 million pounds of Pedro Neto, that is a brilliant deal. And we can look to reinvest that money elsewhere. Do we even need to replace Neto? I don't even know if Neto requires a replacement, given how many wide players we've got and how many options we've got in the attacking third. Does Neto even require a replacement, chat? I don't really know if it does. And look, this is how I would look at it, right? We signed Pedro Neto 2 years ago. I was delighted with the signing. I think a lot of us were very happy. A lot of top Premier League sides would have loved to have signed him. My issue is that, as I was chatting with LB yesterday on his show, is that since he's joined us, he's not pushed on. He hasn't pushed on as a player. I don't think he's developed as a player since he left Wolves for us. Now, I'm kind of okay with all outcomes, because if we let him go, and a big fee, let him go, and the big fee can be reinvested with better. But I could also see why Xabi Alonso would be wanting to keep Neto, because the amount of turnover in the attack over this summer, just in general, the amount of turnover in the attacking positions, it's been huge. And maybe that's too much turnover potentially for a new coach. Now, if Neto does leave, then do we sign a new attacker? I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we do require a new attacker. Or if you don't, maybe you're asking to be in slight bother. Because let's go through the attacking options chat. Giovanni Quenda has had injury issues. He's brand new to the league and he's a teenager. Esteval, still new to the league, coming off a bit of a lengthy injury layoff, still a teenager. Cole Palmer has had injury troubles and not been at it for 18 months. Jamie Gittins missed the entire second half of the season, injury issues, new to the league. Yes, you've got Morgan Rogers to come in as well, who's Premier League proven. But if you looked at it from that point of view, despite Neto's limitations and his obvious frustrations and problems with his game, it's an experienced option in the wide areas, which maybe you would want to keep. So I can see it. I can see it both ways. I can see it both ways. Yeah, bro, I hear that, but you've also got to understand. You've also got to understand as well that Palmer and Rogers aren't wingers. Palmer and Rogers aren't wingers. You know, they can play as a winger, but they're not. You wouldn't call Palmer and Rogers traditional wingers. That's what I'm getting at, chat. But again, there's a lot of moving parts to this. There's a lot of moving parts. You know, if the Savinho deal goes through. If the Savinho deal goes through, then maybe City go for Neto. If the Savinho deal doesn't go through, maybe Spurs turn their attention to Neto. I would have much more of a problem selling Pedro Neto to Tottenham than I would to Manchester City. Because I think Neto significantly improves Spurs, whereas Neto doesn't improve Man City. Neto doesn't improve Man City. So I'm happy with either outcome. To be honest, either outcome doesn't bother me. If he stays there and Alonso wants to use him, then fine. But I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he'll play an awful lot under Xabi Alonso. I don't think he'll be a first team regular. And if he leaves and we get the 65, 70 million pounds that we're asking for, then that's very good money for Pedro Neto and we can reinvest that elsewhere. Further from Fabrizio on a YouTube video, Man City really like Neto and see him as an ideal opportunity. Maresca also a big factor as they were together at Chelsea. Price important to see if it develops. Eventually, if Savinho doesn't happen at Spurs, he could become an option for Spurs. So we know that really the driving force behind Man City and Neto is obviously Enzo Maresca. Of course it's Enzo Maresca, chat. We know that. Now, you can also caveat that by saying the right winger market is terrible. I was discussing this with LB yesterday. The right winger market's not good. Who do you go and get at right wing? Who's got experience? That's what Man City need. They need experience on that right-hand side. Who do you go and get? Because you're not getting Doués, you're not getting Elises, you're not getting those players. Morgan Gibbs-White's not a right winger. So you're going from within the Premier League, you're looking at what? Neto. You're looking at maybe Ismail Assar at Palace. You're looking at Iliman Ndiaye at Everton. Like, the market for right wingers that are attainable is very, very small because you're not going to go and get these guys. There's no one. There's hardly anyone, which is why Man City are looking at Neto. Yeah, Neto probably won't start week in, week out for City, but they've got 4 competitions. 4 competitions, he will play a lot. He will play a lot. He 100% will play a lot. I mean, yeah, we discussed that yesterday as well. You could put Cherki on the right wing. Maybe you look for a 10. But then if someone gets injured, you're cooked. I mean, look, Neto can play both wings for us if needed. Look, as I said, I'm easy either way. Either way, I'm not asked. If he goes and we get big money, fantastic. If he stays, then he'll play some sort of role. And I don't really mind that as long as he's not starting every single week. As long as he's not starting every single week. What's this Ben Jacobs breaking news? Chat, these better not be fake news in the chat. What Ben Jacobs is this? Chat, can you tell me this Ben Jacobs? Let's have a quick look now. Chelsea are not interested in Diogo Costa. Club happy with the existing goalkeepers. Yep, standard. Anyway, chat, we've spoken about this Diogo Costa so many times before. Chelsea get linked every window. No, there's no interest in Diogo Costa, chat. There's no interest in Costa. I've seen Quenda play for Sporting, and he's done very well. He's played as a wing-back a lot there, and he's done a decent job. However, stepping up to the Premier League and playing for Chelsea is totally different. So I am looking forward to what we're going to see from Quenda. Brother, we're not in negotiations with Porto. We absolutely aren't. We're not in any negotiations with Porto. But we were never going for the title this season anyway. I don't know where Chelsea fans were thinking of the title. But anyway, the point is that Neto and Man City, early conversations with the players' camp, no club-to-club scenario so far. If we get our decent price, then fine, no problem. Bro, I say this all the time. Whenever I see them Diogo Costa links, I don't pay any attention to them. I pay zero attention to them because they're garbage. Because this happens every single window. Every single window, there's Chelsea and Diogo Costa links, and it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. Always has been and always will be. No, because the other teams are significantly better than us. You know, we've got to focus on becoming a regular Champions League club again. We finish in the Champions League spaces once in 4 years. Let's walk before we run. I'm not entertaining any title talk. If we get to February or March time, and we're within 6-8 points at the top of the table, then I'd start to entertain it. But until that point, I'm not entertaining any nonsense about the title. No, again, not true. I'm just not deluded. I'm just not deluded. Like, you cannot say, oh, 1 game a week you should be challenging for the title. And if you don't agree, you've got no standards. Like, it's called being realistic. It's called not being deluded. There's too many deluded people. You know, if we're in a title position in March, then I'll get on board with it. But until then, I'm not talking about anything to do with the title. Absolutely nothing. Guys, run these likes up. Almost 200 in the building, only 48 likes. What are we playing at here? 15 minutes until kickoff. 15 minutes till kickoff. Run it up, run it up. No, bro, we're not running up. We're not running back the title. I can almost guarantee it. Yeah, like Milinkovic, Savic links, like like Hulk links back in the day. We were always linked with Hulk, and nothing ever happened. Always linked with Hulk. Never anything happened. But anyway, Pedro Neto, let's wait and see what happens. If City meet the asking price, I think Neto would be open to joining Man City. Enzo Maresca likes him a lot. So, yeah, let's wait and see if a deal can potentially be done with Neto. Anyway, let's move away from that Neto stuff, chat. And let's talk. Actually, there was one other thing on Neto. Very quickly before we move on to just round out on centre-backs before this game kicks off. Chelsea would demand a big fee for Neto if they were to sell. Sources close to Chelsea have described Neto as highly valued and say Neto would not be sold unless a very significant offer was made. Now, look, whether this is true or not, that's obviously the line that Chelsea are going to put out. You're not going to put out something negative about the player because that significantly weakens your negotiating position. Significantly weakens the negotiating position, and it means you're not going to get the price that you want. You're just not going to get that price. So it absolutely makes sense for Chelsea to put this out. Big fee, £70 million. £70 million, in my opinion, would get this deal done. For sure, 70 million. So obviously Chelsea are going to say this. Whether he's highly valued or not, none of us actually truly know. But you're, of course, as a potential selling club, you're going to put that out there to protect the value. Because otherwise, if that's out there and they know how you feel about the player, you're not going to get the money you want. But Neto's not kicked on. 5 Premier League goals last season. You know, and I think that was his highest Premier League goal scoring season. 5. And people talk about, oh yeah, he got 20 GA in all comps, right? 10 goals, 10 assists in 52 appearances. 6 of those goals, or 5 of those goals, a hat-trick against Hull in the FA Cup, a goal against Port Vale, and a goal against Charlton. So 5 of those goals, half of his goals came in cup competitions against lower league opposition, which you could easily get those goals from someone else. You could easily get those goals from someone else. And I just look at Neto, and at 26 years of age, should be in his prime or entering the prime years of his career. I do not see a player who's going to make a significant improvement. I don't see a player that's going to make it. I don't see how Neto is going to be significantly better than he is now. Some things might improve. Some things might improve, but he's not going to significantly improve as a player, really, in my opinion. He's got the potential to be. I mean, I don't know if he is right now because he's young and inexperienced. He's young and inexperienced, chap, at the end of the day. But look, if we get the 70 million quid, then we take it and we keep it stepping. But this is definitely one to keep an eye on. But obviously, you know, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen unless Savinho joins Tottenham, which for some reason, you know, is taking a long time to seemingly go through. Taking a long time to seemingly go through, chat. Anyway, we've got what? We've got 10 minutes, chat. 10 minutes till kickoff. I mean, Neto's last goal in the league was in December. Neto's last Premier League goal was in December when Maresca was still manager. Yeah, bro, I get that. But when you are talking about a winger and the first thing you mention is nothing to do with their attacking capabilities, it's to do with their defensive work rate, you've got problems. A winger's defensive work rate should be a bonus. It shouldn't be the first thing you go to. It should absolutely not be the first thing you go to. It should be a bonus. But anyway, let's get into centre-backs. Chalobah's leaving to Como. So as we know that, £30 million package. That's pure profit on the books as well in that £30 million package. So there we go. £25 million plus £5 million add-ons for Trev. Badiashile is leaving, hopefully Napoli. And Fabrizio saying, I think also Tosin is leaving. Please, Tosin be leaving. Please, 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 please. We don't know for certain, chat. We don't know for certain. But he thinks also Tosin's leaving. Problem is, though, what was it, August 5th? There's been nothing in... there's been nothing interesting. So there's been nothing in terms of links with Tosin going anywhere. But the centre-back clear-out, chat, looks like it's gathering some pace. Chalobah gone. Badiashile, I think, will make his way to probably Napoli. That seems to be the most concrete option at the moment. Hopefully, Tosin's out the club. Then that leaves us needing to find a solution for Josh. And then it means that we also need to get rid of Mamadou Sarr. We need to get rid of Mamadou Sarr. And we also need to get rid of Anselmino. So Sarr and Anselmino needs loans. Chalobah's gone. Badiashile on the verge of going. We need to get rid of the Sassy as well. And we need to find something for Badiashile. And then we're looking good in that centre-back department. And maybe we can find room for one. Maybe we can find room for one more. Maybe we can find room for one more centre-back. No, we're not going for Murillo. We're not going for Murillo, no. I mean, look, I think it looks more like the Sassy to Palace, to be perfectly honest. Chelsea are believed, according to reports, to be looking for Premier League loans for Sarr and Anselmino. So that obviously makes sense. That obviously completely makes sense. Premier League loans for Sarr and Anselmino. It's not about whether Alonso will or won't work with Josh. It's about what Josh wants. And Josh, at this age, at this stage of his career, we've already wasted a lot of time on his development, needs to be going to play week in, week out. And so that's why, personally, I wouldn't be keeping Josh next season. I'd be looking to loan him out because we've got to create space for him. We've got to create space for him. I would be looking to loan him out. Simple as that. Go and play week in, week out. Go and develop. Go and make mistakes. Go and get used to the Premier League. That's what I'd be doing. That's what I'd be doing. Lacroix, Colwell, Fofana, Josh isn't looking that good. Lacroix, Colwell, Fofana, and Josh isn't looking that good in the friendlies. Yeah, no, bro, I hear it. Josh is not looking that good in the friendlies. We've got Lacroix, Colwell, Fofana. Maybe Josh 4. And then one more. We need to sign another centre-back. Genuinely, we need another centre-back, chap. Anselmino shouldn't stay, no. You can watch it on CFC Plus. I don't know where else you can watch it, unfortunately. I don't know where else you can watch it. Bro, Usman Diomande and Forest is nearly done. Again, I don't see us going for that. No, Josh is a centre-back now. He's not a right-back. He's definitely not a right-back. Yeah, I've gone through the lineup. Yeah, so the line. I'll read the lineup out again. It's Sanchez in goal. It's Palestra at right-back. Tosin and Fofana at centre-half. Left-back, Jarell Hato. Midfield 2 of Moises Caicedo captains the side with Jacuzzi Nickel Jacuzzi in midfield alongside him. The 3 behind the striker. Quenda on one side. Gittins on the other side. JP in the 10. And that guy Welbs leading the line. Yeah, true. James potentially in a back 3. Hato potentially in a back 3. But in terms of out-and-out centre-backs, right now, I'm not very happy with the centre-back options. I'm just gonna be so real, chat. So whilst we need to get rid of these guys, and it seemingly looks like things are moving in the right direction in terms of getting rid of centre-halves, the centre-back options, they're not looking particularly good. They're not looking particularly good. So, right, chat, it's on Amazon Prime in the US. So if you're watching in the US, it's on Amazon Prime. UK, definitely CFC Plus. If you've got one of them dodgy sticks, I'm sure you can find it on there as well. Yeah, I don't know where else. Maybe it's on YouTube somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. But there we are. Let me get the score up on the screen. Guys, there will be a hydration break in this game as well, because Hong Kong is particularly warm. So there will be a hydration break. But Chelsea versus Juventus is not far off, chat. It's not far away. Not far away, guys. What are you not saying in the chat? Right, there we go. Whatever that is, you can have a look for that. Match starts in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Guys, make sure you're running the likes up. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. We haven't even reached 100 likes, guys. Come on. Smash those likes up. Let's get this to 100 likes before kickoff. 5 minutes till kickoff, just under 5 minutes. Let's get these final 40 likes boxed off. Right then, let's get this on. Right. Chat, the people are out. Refs are on the pitch. This is a big game. This is a massive game. Obviously, we lost to Spurs, which was disappointing. We need to respond with a good performance. We need to respond with a good performance, and let's hope that we can see some positive performance from players that we need to see. Right. So CBS Galazzo is still is showing it apparently, guys. Oh, by the way, as well, the pitch is terrible, chap. The pitch is not good either. The pitch is not good either. Something needs to be done about these pre-season pitches, because the pitch in Sydney was terrible, and the pitch here is terrible as well. It's not a good pitch, chap. Players out on the pitch, and kickoff is imminent. Yeah, the pitch is crap. Just no injuries. Please, no injuries. That's all we can ask for. But the players are out on the pitch. 2 minutes until kickoff. There he is. That guy Welbs, G'ing the boys up. So we're seeing a first glimpse of Welbeck, a first glimpse of Quenda. Those are the two guys that we're seeing for the first time in Chelsea shirts. Douglas Luiz for Juventus. I mean, that Juventus kit is fire, by the way. There's Xabi Alonso on the bench with his staff. Kickoff imminent, chat. Kickoff imminent. No, the pitch is poor. The pitch is not good, guys. I've said this many times before. The pitch is not good. The pitches won't be good in any of these games. It's just also cut up. Right. Kickoff is imminent, and it is Juventus who will be getting proceedings underway, chat. Juventus will be getting proceedings underway. Nicole Gizzuli in the midfield. Big game for the youngster. Big game for the youngster, Nicole Gizzuli. Here we go. Kickoff imminent. Players all out on the pitch. There's a bit of a light show going on pre-game. And we're underway. Game has kicked off. Juventus playing in their pink strip. Chelsea back in the home kit. Here we go, chat. Come on, the boys. Early touch for Palestra. Into Wes. Wes hoofs it forward. Pushing the back on who? JP pushing the back there. Free kick Chelsea in and about the centre circle. This pitch is terrible. It's so cut up. So cut up. But I'm expecting big things from Gittins. I'm expecting a lot from a number of these guys. Oh, I'll tell you what, I do really like that Juventus kit. Early touch for Gittins. Back to Hatto. Chelsea just knocking it about in the early stages across the back line. Toss into Wes. That's a foul on Palestra, surely. Yep, free kick Chelsea. I can't believe how bad this pitch is, guys. Genuinely cannot believe how bad the pitch is. Hatto in possession. Tosin. Oh my God. Tosin's given it away. It's taken 1 minute, 42 seconds for Tosin to give the ball away. This guy. Honestly. It's being played in Hong Kong. Free kick for Chelsea, which Tosin takes. Knocks it forward. Absolutely shocking. This Tosin guy is stealing a living. Cleared by Fofana. There's Pedro chasing down the defenders. That's going to be a foul. Surely a foul. No foul by Hatto. Lovely. Surely at some point in this pre-season we're gonna play on a decent pitch. Here comes Quenda. He's looked to go for the pass of JP, but he's got it all wrong. That's Fofana up against Milik. Heads it into Moy. Right, ball out with Gittins now. Gittins with space to run at the fullback. Gittins inside to the youngster, Gizzuli. It was almost good work there, but he's given it away. Juventus look to come forward on the break. And Quenda dispossesses it. Quenda back to Palestra. The dynamic between Quenda and Palestra could be interesting as well, chap. Could be very interesting. That Quenda-Palestra dynamic. Caicedo in possession. Welbeck dropping very deep there. Nicol Jazuli, or Jazuli Nicol. I always get confused which way round it is. Here comes Gittins. Gittins infield finds Jazuli. Spreads that play. Here comes Wes, deep into the Juve half. Out to Palestra on the Chelsea right. Back to Wes. Chelsea with a little bit of possession here. Wes tries to find a ball into Welbeck, and it's dispossessed. That's good pressing from Welbeck, but Chelsea are in trouble here. Chelsea in trouble here. Juventus on the break. Into the box. He's up against Tosin, and it's actually blocked by Tosin. Jesus Christ. Tosin, guys, this is not a drill. Tosin did some good defending. Oh, my God. Tosin actually did some good defending, guys. Unbelievable scenes. Actual good defending by Tosin when he was in a 1v1. Fuck me. I can't believe I've seen it all. Ball into the box by Juve. Headed away by Caicedo. Juventus in a dangerous area. Edge of the box. Locatelli. And that looks like it's behind. Is that behind for a corner, or has he just completely got that shot terribly wrong? Let's have a look here. Comes to Locatelli, edge of the box. They just dragged that miles wide. It's a terrible shot from Locatelli in the end. What are you guys saying in the chat? Any bid for Tosin. Any bid for Tosin. Because Tosin was a free. So anything we get for him is profit. That's surely a foul on Joao Pedro there. Pushed over again in the centre circle. Locatelli holding his hands up. Brother, stop fouling. We're playing a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 we're playing. Just over 6 minutes in, chat. Not really anything's happened so far. Bit of a slow start. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not too fussed about a slowish start. It is what it is. You just get yourself into the game. Quenda on the right-hand side. Overlapping Palestra. Palestra into a dangerous area. Looks to work a crossing position. Strong play from Palestra. That was nice play from Palestra. Back to Quenda. Into Caicedo now. Chelsea on the edge of the Juventus box. Trying to work something. Out to Gittins. Gittins with a crap ball. Attack breaks down. It's out for a Juventus goal kick. Pedro's playing as a 10. Pedro's playing as the 10. Gittins one side. Quenda the other side. Welbeck leading the line. I mean, he's in the 10 behind Welbeck. The 10 behind Welbeck is where he's playing. No, look, we're not doing that badly, chap. It's a pre-season game. I just want minutes in the legs, and that's it. Palmer, precautionary. Him and Colwell, just as a precaution, are missing this game, not taking any risks. Simple as that. 9 minutes in so far, and really the only proper chance of the game was a shot from Locatelli at edge of the box, dragged wide. Otherwise, neither side have particularly impressed, chap. That's a foul on Caicedo there. It's a foul on Caicedo. Into Welbeck, Caicedo. Nicely worked here. Nicol Jazuli. Out to Gittins. Gittins squaring up the fullback. Gittins cuts inside. Gittins dispossessed. That's a foul on the edge of the box by Chelsea. And Juventus get the free kick to relieve the pressure. Come on, chap. Headed away by Tosim. Hato finds Caicedo in the midfield. Out to Palestra. Palestra is space on the Chelsea right. He looks to bring it forward. Back inside to Caicedo. This pitch is so shit, by the way. Fofana bringing it forwards. Ball into Palestra. Lay off to JP. Pedro edge of the box. No, we still got it. We still got it. Out to Palestra. Palestra looks to take the fullback on. Back inside to Moy. Quenda now in a decent position. 1v1 versus the fullback. Can he work a crossing position? Shifts it inside. Ball in by Quenda. Header by Pedro, and it's just wide. First really good chance there for us. Lovely work by Quenda. Very nice ball whipped in. And JP just can't quite guide the header on target. Shifts it in. Whipped in by Quenda. Or was it Welbeck's header, actually? Or maybe it was Welbeck's header. Welbeck and Pedro seem to get in each other's way. And the header goes wide. Or maybe it's gone out for a corner, actually. No, it hasn't gone out for a corner. Edge of the box, Welbeck. Back out to Quenda. Chelsea in a decent position here. Quenda shifts inside, cuts inside, goes for the shot. And it's gone absolutely miles wide. That must have deflected. There's no way the shot was that bad. That has to have deflected by Quenda, surely. Nope, it hasn't. He's got that horribly wrong. Jesus Christ. That was so wide. Yeah, the pitch is terrible. But yeah, look, it was a decent crossing by Quenda for that initial opportunity. And he followed it up with a diabolical shot. But Chelsea starting to come into this game now after a bit of a slow start in the opening sort of 10 or so minutes. We've created the best opportunity of the game so far. Caicedo mopping up, as he always does so well. That's a foul. Surely that's a foul, ref. Yeah, that's a foul on Welbeck. We do need another top centre-back. We absolutely do. There's no denying that. Foul on Welbeck. That's Locatelli again with another foul. This brother is just fouling non-stop. But it's a decent position for a free kick here. I don't think it's too far out for a shot, but it's a decent area to whip a good ball in. Quenda standing over the free kick. Will he play it short or will he whip it in? There's not many in the box for Chelsea, but Quenda with the 47 on his back looks like he's shaping up to whip this ball in. He's gone short to Caicedo. What do I know? Caicedo, edge of the box, finds... That looks like... I don't know who that is. That was, yeah, Gittins there. And now Chelsea work it wide to Hato. Hato ball into the box, and it's cleared by Juve. And Caicedo once again mopping up. Alonso just telling the boys to calm down on the touchline there. 15 minutes on the clock. Goalless so far. Out to Palestra on this right side. Oh, Palestra with a great ball to Quenda. Quenda. Edge of the box. Back to Caicedo. Caicedo plays it across to Hato. Gittins looking to provide the width. Hato goes back to tossing. Oh, it's almost a nice give and go between Quenda and Welbeck there, but it's been cut out. And now cleared by Juve. Fofana hoofs it forward again. Chelsea back in possession. That's a foul on Caicedo. That's a definite foul on Caicedo there. Bro, these Juve players just fucking barging players over. Reece won't be joining up. Anybody that went to the final of the World Cup or the third, fourth place game, they're not coming on the tour. Quenda has looked lively. Ball out to Palestra. Surely he can work a crossing position here. Palestra cuts inside. Whips in by Palestra. Shocking cross. Done the good bit. Done the hard part. Created a yard of space for the cross. That's a foul. Surely, ref. That's a foul. No. Okay. No foul. Spalletti and Alonso both shouting instructions on the touchline. Caicedo, oh, it's a lovely ball from Caicedo out to Palestra. Palestra squaring up the fullback. Can he create space for a cross? Comes back. Back to Caicedo. Caicedo plays it inside. Is it out for a corner? No. Not out for a corner. Come on, chap. We need some sort of goal here. Caicedo on the ball in the centre circle. Back to tossing. Come on, Chelsea. Bringing it forward. Nice. Gittins in possession now. Oh, Gittins foul on the edge of the box from Gittins. Foul, ref? No. No foul. We'll probably see Misha second half. If we're being honest, right? Yeah, no Gusto, no Enzo, no Max, no Barco, no James. If we're being honest, the bright point so far has been that right-hand side. It's been... Oh, here we go, Welbeck. Welbeck finds Gittins. Foul, 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 foul. Surely a foul. What do you mean no foul? The real positive so far has been the Chelsea right-hand side. It's been Palestra and Quenda. Palestra and Quenda have been the positives so far. Oh my God. Oh my God. Juventus almost scored there. What the fuck was going on there? Jesus Christ. Ball's just gone past the post. What was going on there? Long ball forward out to the Chelsea. The Chelsea left, the Juventus right. Ball whipped in. It's Locatelli tried to control it. Tried to take the ball in his stride, and he just put it wide. Half a chance for Juve there. Yep, Estebal's on the bench. Delap's bench. Stilo on the bench. I mean, that was definitely a foul on Gittins for sure. Oh, Sanchez clears. That's got to be a foul, ref. And Caicedo brings it forward. Finds Quenda. Quenda has space to run into down the Chelsea right. Palestra on the overlap. He uses Palestra. Palestra into the box. Palestra, ball across. It's intercepted. It's intercepted and behind for a corner. That's fantastic play by Gittins and Palestra. No, not by Gittins and Palestra. Sorry, by Quenda and Palestra. Down the Chelsea right, the Juve left. Fantastic work by the two young lads there. And that would have been a tap-in for Welbeck if it hadn't have been intercepted. Quenda standing over the corner. I believe this is the first Chelsea corner of the game. Quenda whips it in. Oh, fuck me. Doesn't beat the first man. Where have we seen that before, chat? Where have we seen that before? Every season, Chelsea can't beat the first man from corners. But Quenda and Palestra have definitely been the bright points of this game so far. It's a Chelsea throw. Palestra back to Wes. It was a bit of a slow start, but Chelsea have definitely grown into this game. And the main threat is coming down the right-hand side. We've not seen much of Pedro in the 10. We've not seen an awful lot of Welbeck up front either. I mean, Caicedo is just everywhere in the middle of the park as well, as expected. Here come Juve. Ball intercepted by Wes. That's a shocking pass from Wes. It's straight out for a throw. Yeah, I'm loving Palestra as well. Palestra's looking very, very good. Looking very good. Here we are, the trusty hydration break. Boo. Hydration break, 23 minutes on the clock. There's a hydration break. Goalless. Chelsea probably looking the better side after a bit of a slow start. JP pretty anonymous in the 10. Not much from Welbeck. And we've got Fofana down, getting treatment. Fofana sat on the floor in conversation with the Chelsea medics. That doesn't look particularly good. Oh, it's now raining. Is that rain or is that sprinklers? No, it's the sprinklers. Fuck me. What am I... Obviously, it's the sprinklers. But Wes is sat down on the floor. He's now got up, but he's moving a bit gingerly down there. Could be something to watch. Alonso in conversation with Tosin there, telling Tosin, stop being so shit, basically. I'd imagine that's how the conversation's going. Yeah. Also in conversation with Quenda. Wait, Quenda's been... I've been impressed with Quenda and Palestra, the two standouts for sure. We are missing a bit of quality. We absolutely are missing a bit of quality. Bro, this pitch genuinely looks like I've gone to the garden centre, bought some turf, and I've tried to lay it myself, and I've got no idea what I'm doing. That's what this pitch looks like. But yeah, Quenda and Palestra looking good, as we've said, chat. Everybody else kind of, yeah, whatever, fine. But they're definitely the liveliest and the two standouts. So there we are. Bro, there's going to be no good pitches for the rest of pre-season. There's going to be no good pitches. Because we're playing in Indonesia on Saturday, and then we're playing in Malaysia on Sunday for the final two games. And those pitches will be very similar to what we saw in Australia and to what we saw here. For some reason, the pitches in this part of the world don't seem to be any good. Right then. Oh, God, I just cut to the bench. Take the camera away from Liam Delap. Move that camera away. Tosin hoofs it forward. It's headed back by... Oh, God, get that volume off. Why do they keep doing that? I mean, look, this is our third game of pre-season now, so you'd expect the patterns of play to be looking a bit better. I think we've looked more compact, more solid as a team and a unit. So, yeah, some small improvements. Caicedo on the ball. Plays it to Wes. Across to Tosin, who'll play it back to Sanchez. And we look to build again, chat. Palestra over the top. Quenda. Welbeck looking to make a run. Quenda tries to find him. It's blocked. And Quenda's got it back after good pressure from Welbeck. Caicedo. Caicedo looks for a ball over the top. Oh, it almost reaches Pedro, but it's headed clear. Juve look to bring it away, and they do bring it away. It's a good tackle from Hato. And now it's Gittins on the ball. Lovely work by Gittins. Gittins into the box. Gittins. Oh, the end product was crap, but Quenda can keep that in. Quenda keeps that in, but that was good work from Gittins there. Ball whipped in by Moy first time. Oh. It was better there. That was some nice-ish work. That was some nice-ish work there, chap. And Juve in possession now, looking to come into the Chelsea half. It's Douglas Luiz on the ball. Chelsea, everybody in the Chelsea half right now. Ball edge of the box, Milik plays it wide. Juventus look to work a crossing opportunity. Gittins back there trying to defend. Juve having a bit of a spell of possession now. Headed away by Tosin. Hato on the ball. Hato looks to feed JP, and it's cut out, and it's a Chelsea throw. Remember, look, it's been steady, chat. It's been steady. We've not really been troubled in any way. We've not really been troubled in any way whatsoever, guys, from Juve. I'll also tell you what as well, chap. The home kit's really grown on me. The home kit's really grown on me. I'm liking it a lot. It's a foul by the youngster Jazuli. Bit of a high boot there. But yeah, the home kit's looking good, chap. I don't mind the badge. I don't mind the Chelsea Lion. That is good. The home kit's has definitely grown on me. You know, I wasn't a huge fan when I first saw it, but you know, the more you see it on the players. It's actually pretty nice. I have to be honest. Obviously, it's nowhere near as good as the away kit, but it's pretty good. I mean, look, Welbeck's had very little to do, and he's just been fouled there. Welbeck's had very little service. He's worked hard up there. Remember, Welbeck's done, 2 training sessions, and he's straight in to start. So it's hard to expect an awful lot from him. Palestra with a lovely first-time ball around the corner to Quenda. Quenda picks it up to JP. JP beats a man, brings it forward. Finds the youngster Nickel. Out to Hato. Hato back into JP, who brings it forward. JP edge of the box. Quenda edge of the D. Looks to shoot. Is that blocked and out for a throw-in? Blocked and out for a Chelsea throw. That was some better play. Yes, that the Quenda's shot blocked and out for a throw-in. Chelsea forward again. It's Palestra. Palestra on the outside. Cross and blocked, and it's back for a second Chelsea corner. This time, please, 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 please beat the first man. That's all I'm asking for. It's Quenda going over there. Beat the first man, brother. Is Quenda going out for a second corner? He is. Quenda over the ball, arm in the air. Does he beat the first man? It's whipped in. Oh my days. He doesn't beat the first man again. Why can nobody beat the first man when taking a corner? Why? genuinely, as a professional footballer, it should be inexcusable not to beat the first man from a corner. Like, it should be inexcusable. Like, I'm sorry, as a professional footballer, you should never fail to beat the first man from a dead ball, from a corner. Ten minutes till half-time, chat. Sanchez on the ball. Sanchez knocks it long into the Juventus half. Tries to pick out Palestra, and it's headed out for a Chelsea throw. Chelsea throw halfway into the Juventus half. Caicedo picks it up. Caicedo looks for a switch of play out to Gittins, and it's headed away. Back to Jarell Hatto. JP picks it up. He spreads it back to that Chelsea left with Hatto back in possession now. Wes on the ball. Wes finds Palestra. Palestra has space to move into. He plays it to Quenda. Quenda tried to find JP and it's intercepted. That's a great tackle from Moy. Great tackle from Moy winning the ball there, but Juve bring it forward into the Chelsea half. It's out wide on that Juventus right, on that Juventus left-hand side. Juventus now bringing it forward. Juventus coming forward. Quenda tracking back. Quenda and Palestra. Juve still in possession here. Cuts in, ball into the box. Oh, God. Sanchez and Wes got in each other's way there. No communication. It's in the box. Edge of the box. And we get rid. No communication between Sanchez and Fofana there. And it was almost very, very costly. It was almost very, very costly there. Jesus Christ, that was poor. Jackson should get minutes, yeah. I'd be very surprised if he didn't. Juve now. Locatelli edge of the box. Poor pass. Foul on Caicedo, surely there. It is a foul on Caicedo. Chat, keep smashing these likes, by the way. We're 240 in the building. Smash that like button. Run these likes up. I've not been able to check how many likes we're on. I'll have a quick look now. Is it diabolically low? $117. Chat, get this up to 200 likes minimum. $200 likes minimum, chat. Run it up, and keep subscribing if you're new round here as well. That would be greatly appreciated. Who's Jim Beglin? Brother, who's Jim Beglin? The boys warming up there on the touchline. You've got... Okay, JP. This was that handball. Pedro appealing for the handball. Yep, handball. Handball by Douglas Luiz. Spalletti with a very concerned look on his face there. Caicedo over the free kick. 5 minutes roughly until half time. Wes. Caicedo's going to whip this. Can we get a decent delivery? Referee sorting out a bit of tussling in the box there. Caicedo doesn't whip it in. He goes short to Nicol Jazuli. Finds Hato. No, Gittins, sorry. Gittins out to Hato. And now we're going all the way back. There was an opportunity to put the ball in the box there, and we didn't take it. Caicedo goes long looking for Quenda, and it's gone out for a Juventus goal kick. What a waste of an opportunity that was. What a complete waste of an opportunity, chat. What a complete waste of an opportunity. Anyway, Chelsea pressurising Di Gregorio. Nothing comes of it. Juventus coming forward, chat. Oh, he's a commentator. Fair enough, fair enough. He must be an American. Is he an American commentator, African commentator or something? I've never heard of him. Right, inside the final 5 minutes of this first half, chat. Palestra clears the ball. He just hoofs it right up in the air, though. Caicedo looks to clear it, and Quenda tries to bring it away. Chelsea dispossessed on the edge of the box. Juventus with a very good opportunity to put the ball in the box here. Into the box, takes on Moy, and the cross is picked up by Sanchez. And now the picture is frozen, but the clock's still going. Oh, no, we're back. We're back. No, it's fine now. We're back in the mix. Here comes JP. JP tries to find Welbs. Can Gittins get there? No, he can't quite, but Gittins does get there to pick up the clearance. Gittins looking to take on Kalulu. Gittins tries to play it back, deflected, and Juventus clear. Yeah, 3 minutes left of this first half, chat. Oh, that's a good ball. Juventus well into the Chelsea half here. Got options. Edge of the box. Cuts inside. Shot. Saved by Sanchez. Straight out to the Juventus player in the box and blocked. Decent opportunity there for Juventus. That's going to be a foul by Caicedo. No, the referee has played advantage. This is probably Juventus' best spell here. That was definitely the best chance of the game for them. Arguably the best chance of the game, full stop, chat. There's been no toss-in masterclass, but, you know, Quenda and Palestra have been the two most impressive players for us, 100%. Wes clear. Oh, is that a bad clearance from Wes? Wasn't the best clearance from Wes. Juventus again. Kalulu with an opportunity to whip one in. Kalulu whips in. It's cleared by Wes. No, cleared by Hato. Sorry, Moy tries to complete the clearance. And Pedro's away. Joao Pedro's away. Can he get... Oh, he can't quite get there. He was almost through. Almost through. Into the final 30 seconds of the first half. They definitely don't play any added time in these sorts of things. And it's a shot and it's just gone wide. I don't know what the camera angles were doing there. Shot just wide. I mean, I don't know what happened there. There were just huge gaps. Glaring gaps in the midfield suddenly there. Oh, there is. Having said there's going to be no added time. Oh, the reason there's going to be added time, 1 minute added time, but then there's the 3 minutes for the hydration break. So there's 4 minutes added. I mean, do we really need 4 minutes added, chat, in a pre-season game? 4 minutes added? Seriously? I don't think we need that. I don't think we need that. Long clearance by Sanchez. Pedro tries to win a header, doesn't win it. I mean, look, defensively, we don't look particularly good, but we're not playing with our first choice back four. The fullbacks I'm happy with. Palestra looks good. Hato has been solid. Tosin and Fofana is not our first choice pairing. That's a foul. 2 minutes of the 4 left. Yeah, it's a foul on Palestra. He's just been pushed over there. Ball over the top from Quenda, looking to release Palestra. Not great. It's with Di Gregorio, the Juve keeper. Ooh, that back pass was almost intercepted by JP. Chelsea pressing. Almost won back, but Juventus come forward again. And it's Caicedo tracking the runner. Oh, ball over the top into the Juve box. Into the Chelsea box, sorry, and it's blocked by Caicedo, and Sanchez comes to collect. 1 minute of the 4 remaining. Next game Saturday, and then the game after that Sunday. So we're playing 2 games in 2 days to finish the season, the pre-season tour, sorry. It's JP. Lovely interplay between JP and Palestra down the Chelsea right. JP coming into space. Pedro cuts inside to Palestra. Oh, it's got under his foot. Oh, it's got under his foot. That was almost really nice work there into a decent position. Fuck's sake. Edge of the box now, Juve. They got time to get this attack done. Is the ref going to blow up? Yep, refs blows up. Half time. Chelsea 0, Juventus 0. Chances for either side. Palestra and Quenda really impressing. Caicedo everywhere in midfield. Those are definitely the two standouts, and I like what I've seen from them. Again, Nicol Jazuli has looked comfortable as well in that midfield. And obviously, Caicedo has been outstanding. First minutes back, comfortably the best player on the pitch by a mile. Absolutely best player on the pitch by a mile. So look, that's where we're at. We've not conceded, which is good. I still can't believe how shit they are. I still can't believe how shit these pitches are. But again, options. I mean, Juventus have kind of played a low block. And again, it looks like it's going to be still with all our forward options we've got, chat. It feels like the impetus once again is on Rodgers or Palmer to do something. So I don't know. It's a bit of a concern. Gittins has done nothing that half. Pedro hasn't played particularly well in the 10. Not that he's played badly, but you know, he's just not really been that involved in the 10. Yeah, look, I think it's been an okay half. It's been an okay half. Palestra and Quenda by far the standouts. But again, in attack, we just still do look a bit flat. We still look a bit flat. And there's a lot of problems to fix still. Midfield needs to be fixed, and we need more centre backs. We need another centre back. No, we definitely do, chat. We definitely need more. But look, I think it's better than the performance we saw against Spurs so far. I think that's definitely fair to say. It's better than what we saw against Tottenham. But you know, it's not been good. It hasn't been good, chat. Let's not escape from it. It's been a pretty boring game. And you know, we need to see improvements. We need to see improvements. But again, it's pre-season. It's for learning. It's for getting minutes in the legs. It's for doing, you know, it's for doing all the right things, chat. And look, I don't think Alonso will be disappointed with this at the moment, but you know that there are issues, a lot of issues. There are a lot of issues, midfield in particular. It just looks like it's going to be on Caicedo again. But look, let's see what we see at half time. Hopefully there'll be a load of changes. We don't need to see more of João Pedro in this game. We just don't. We know he's going to be our main guy. We don't need to see more of João Pedro. 45 minutes, done and dusted. That's fine. You know, let's see Nicholas Jackson for Welbeck. Let's see Esteval come in and play in the 10. Let's see Mudryk play wide. You know, let's see maybe a Satpayev come on and maybe we do something there. You know, I don't think we need to see another 15, 20 minutes of these same guys, because we know what we're getting from these guys, and there's no point. There's no point. There's no point doing any of this, chat. No point doing any of this, really. No, we're not going for a goalkeeper at this point in time. No, at this point in time, there's nothing in regards to goalkeepers, chat. Absolutely nothing. Guys, over 200 in the building. Only 155 likes, though. What's going on there? Get this up to over 200 likes, people. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. Let's see if anybody's warming up at half time. Nope. I mean, they're obviously not showing the picture of the pitch right now. Let's have a look what else is going on. No transfer news. Let's see. Yeah, again, look, I think Neto and Mudryk on, Jackson on, Satpayev on, Esteban on maybe. I mean, look, Welbeck's been fine. He's had no service. He's not really had anything to do. So it's very difficult to judge Welbeck's appearance so far, because he's literally had nothing to do. Chat, I'm going to have to go for a quick halftime piss. Bear with me. I'll be back. Back in the mix. Oh, why does the sound keep coming on? Turn that off. So yeah, look, I mean, I think we need to see more in the second half. We need to see more about what we can do against the low blocks. At the moment, it doesn't. Other than at the moment today, other than Quenda and Palestra, nobody else has offered anything in attack. And yeah, there has been a lack of creativity. No doubt about it, chat. Lack of creativity is not good. But maybe we see improvements in the second half. I don't know. No, it's not cake. It's not cake. We got a little squares bar for half-time, chat. Yeah, no, anybody's better than Tosim. Anybody. I don't know why people are saying we're shit. Like, there's so many overreactionary people in the chat right now. This is pre-season. You know, we don't need to worry so much. I think as well, when we get Rodgers, Palmer, Pedro, when we get that attack working, I think it'll be a lot better. I think Morgan Rodgers will make such a big difference to this team. Such a big difference to this team. No, we've been fine. We've been fine. I'll describe it as a bit boring. I'll describe it as a bit of a boring game. Lack of opportunities, lack of creativity from a Chelsea point of view. But we've defended reasonably well. But yeah, there's not been... I can't sit here and say that it's been like, oh, wow, we've been really good. Because we haven't. You know? We haven't. But we're getting fitness in the legs. There's been no injuries so far, which is really important. But other than that, there's not an awful lot to shout home about. But Palestra is definitely giving me a kind of, you know, it's giving me those sorts of Marcus Alonso, sort of João Cancelo type vibes. And look, we saw Palestra link up well with Steve in the Spurs game. Now he's linking up well with Quenda. I think Palestra is going to be a really, really good addition for this Chelsea team. Right, it looks like there's about 5 or 6 players out on the pitch warming up at the moment. Penders appears to be warming up in goal. Hopefully there'll be a load of changes. Hopefully there's going to be a load of changes at half-time. There should be a load of changes at half-time, really. I don't need to see any more of Gittins or Pedro in the 10 or Welbeck, to be perfectly honest, either. I think 45 minutes of Welbeck after 2 training sessions, that's absolutely fine. You know, that's more than enough. We've got to protect these players as well, because these pitches are a walking injury. These players are a walking injury. These pitches, sorry, are just injury hazard. Looks like there will be a few changes, though. I can't see who right now. I think what's clear, though, chat, is that, you know, we are struggling because we've got no centre-backs on the pitch or a goalkeeper who can build from the back. Playing long balls into midfield. Gittins has been struggling, no doubt about it. And Welbeck looks a bit rusty. I mean, look, I don't know if we're going to continue to play this system. I don't know if we'll continue to play it. But at the moment, here we go. Nico Jackson is coming on at half-time, chat. Nico Jackson is on. Nico Jackson is definitely one of the changes. One of the changes is Nicholas Jackson. I've just seen him there, stripped and ready to go. Surely that's not the only sub. That can't be the only sub. So Jackson is definitely on. Let's see if I can see signs of anyone else. Yeah, we need to see something for Jackson. This will surely be Jackson for Welbeck, I'd imagine. But everybody's making their way out to the pitch now. And again, the pre-season's not about the results. Yeah, of course you want to win games. It's about minutes in the legs. It's about working on things tactically. And it's about coming through it unscathed with no injuries. Second half is about to get underway imminently. That looks like Reggie Walsh there, who's obviously not coming on. But yeah, it looks like it's. I mean, maybe it is only literally one sub at halftime. I mean, they haven't announced the fucking subs yet. Oh, there's more than one. No, that's Gittins coming back on the pitch. Sorry. So Mamadou Sarr coming on as well. Steve coming on. So we've got Jackson, Steve, and Mamadou Sarr coming on. Juventus are making a change in goal. So Jackson, Steve, and Mamadou Sarr all coming on for Chelsea. Gittins is still on. So that looks like it's Quenda off, Welbeck off, and it'll be one of Fofana or Tosin as well. So Steve, Jackson, and Sarr. So it'll definitely be Welbeck off. It's definitely Quenda off. And it should be... And it's Tosin off. And it's Tosin off. Oh, that sounds mental, by the way. Tosin is off. So Tosin, Welbeck, and Quenda are off. Jackson, Mamadou Sarr, and Esteban are on. There we go. Is Penders on as well? They didn't show Penders. Is Penders on? They didn't mention Penders, chat. They didn't mention Penders. Maybe Penders is on. Moy forward. Steve looking for Nico. Oh. Chat. Penders is in. Okay, fair. They didn't show it on the broadcast. But Penders is on. Thank you, chat. So Mike Penders is also on. So we've still got JP in the 10 behind Jackson. So it's JP in the 10, Jackson as the 9. So Gittins is still on, and Esteban is now on as well. Juve come forward. Of course, it's intercepted by that man Caicedo, and he's fouled. I mean, Caicedo is just a joke, isn't he, guys? He's just an absolute joke how good this brother is. I suspect we'll get to the hydration break before we see any more subs. João Pedro. Yeah, Penders is definitely in goal. Caicedo finds Mamadou Sarr. Out to Hato at left back here. Yeah, João Pedro is JP. Steve looks to beat a man there, gets dispossessed. Nice work by Sarr. Interesting, by the way, another interesting thing as well, chat. Interesting that Sarr is preferred to Josh at halftime. Yeah, Caicedo's a joke. Penders out to Hato. Sarr plays the ball across the Chelsea box, finds Wes. Wes to Palestra. It's now Palestra and Steve on the Chelsea right. João Pedro surely fouled there. Surely fouled, and he is fouled. Oh. What's going on? Oh, why is the Chelsea website buffering suddenly? Chat, anybody on CFC Plus? Buffering? Why is that suddenly buffering? Right, let's stop buffering now. Jackson, good play. Jackson finds Palestra and the shot straight at the keeper. Don't know why it stopped there. It's now back. Now, Rodgers will make a difference. Rodgers will make a difference. Juventus on the attack. We might see a Sugo. I don't know who else we're going to see. I don't know who else we're going to see in the second half. But yeah, Pender's in, Jackson in. Looking forward to seeing what those guys can do. And Penders collects the ball. Bro, Thiago Silva's not at Chelsea anymore. No, look, I made it perfectly clear. One good transfer window doesn't change anything. You know, we need more than that. Absolutely need more than that. Palestra, shot. Gittins can't quite get there, but Palestra's picking up very, very good positions. Very good positions. And that's good work by Jackson as well, chat. Caicedo with a lovely ball over the top. Finds Palestra on that overlapping run. Has a shot, hits the keeper. And it doesn't quite fall for Gittins. A couple of half opportunities early in this second half for Chelsea. A couple of half opportunities early on, chat. We definitely got to keep the pressure on this lot. Pre-season never have names on the back of the shirt. Here comes Steve. Steve with some great work. Steve coming down the Chelsea right. Steve into the box. Checks back. Finds a cross and it's blocked and it's behind for a Chelsea corner. Lovely work from Steve there. And hopefully Steve can now actually, unlike Quenda with those two corners, can Steve actually beat the first man from a corner? That'll be fantastic. Steve whips it in. It doesn't really beat the first man either. He goes behind for another corner. Fuck me. We've got to work on our delivery. Steve with another chance then for the corner. Here we go. Steve over it, whips it in. Oh, bit of confusion in the box and it's cleared. Yeah, these corners have been crap, chat. Really poor. God, Sarr almost lost the ball there, but it's back with Penders. Pedro looking round the corner for Jackson, doesn't quite come off, but Jackson chases down, pressing the goalkeeper. Ball won back by Sarr. And Chelsea look to build another attack. You know, I mean, Caicedo's top. I mean, to be fair, Bobby, the set-piece coach can't do anything. The set-piece coach can plan a load of stuff, but if you can't beat the first man, then all your set-piece plans are absolutely useless if you can't beat the first man. Oh, there's not much chat. I tell you what, there's not much happening. For God's sake. No, we're not going for Jadon Sancho. Right, chat. I'm taking action here. There we go. That geezer has been banned and their comments have been removed. Yeah, I don't know why people are getting so worked up about it, but it's the third game of pre-season. We've still got 3 more pre-season matches to go. And people are like proper worrying about stuff. Palestra picks the ball up on the right, plays it into Steve. No, we're not going to go for Barcola or Mbai. We won't. Sarr finds Gittins on the Chelsea left. Gittins looking to square the fullback up. Checks back. Plays back to Jakudi Nickel. Wes out to Palestra. Here comes Steve. Steve looking to work a crossing opportunity. Back to Caicedo. Oh, Mamadou Sarr gives it away. And Juventus look to break here as they head into the Chelsea half. Gittins getting back to try and cover off. Coming up to the hour mark, chat. Juventus on the ball, deep in the Chelsea half. Oh my God, Hatto's been done there. Oh, luckily that pass was poor. And the ball is cleared. Jackson does very well there. Nico turns in the centre circle. He's been fouled. Ref, that's a booking. Ref, book him. That was real nice play from Jackson there. Spun the geezer in the centre circle and gets clipped. That's cynical. That's cynical and it's a booking. It's a fucking dirty foul from the number 41. Jackson wins the ball there. He's away in the centre circle, and that's Douglas Luiz with a cynical trip. Cynical trip. And that's surely That he was booked there, surely. Bro, we were on for a good opportunity there, and he's on a cynical foul, the bastard. And it is a yellow card for Douglas Luiz, the prick. Yeah, Gittins has not been particularly good this game, 100%. And Chelsea come again. It's Palestra on the right, into Steve. Steve tried to do the give and go with Palestra, and Steve's return just gone straight out. Chelsea got the ball. It's Jackson. Oh, it's a loose touch from Nico. Should have done better there. Should have done better there. That was a very good opportunity to potentially work something. Pedro won it back, and it's a loose touch from Jackson. It was a bad touch from Nico. I don't want to make excuses. I'm not sure if he was expecting it. But anyway, forward come Juventus. Ball over the top. Juventus with a ball in. Oh my God, Penders does very well there to take it off the Juve head. And Steve comes away with it. Steve running. Palestra on the overlap. Steve comes in field. Steve with a fantastic ball out to Palestra. Palestra in a good position on the Chelsea right. Advancing into the box. Tries to play the cross, and it is off the Juventus defender for a corner. This was very good play by Penders, though, because that was going to be a free header at the back stick. Here we go again, chat. Fifth corner of the game. Can we beat the first man? Can we beat the first man? We're not a million miles away from the hydration break either. Steve whips it in. Beats the first man. Handball? No. Okay, no. And that's a foul by Caicedo there as Juventus look to come away. And it's a booking for Caicedo. So Juve making a sub now. Double change for Juve. And entering the game is Kenan Yildiz. Kenan Yildiz is coming on. Kenan Yildiz on. That could be a problem for Chelsea. Triple sub for the Chelsea coming up. No sign of Mudryk, though. Fuck. Triple sub for Chelsea coming up, though. And it'll be Anselmino, Subaloy. So that's a double change at fullback, you'd imagine. And there was a Sugu coming on as well. That's a foul. He's pulling his shirt. That's got to be a foul. Looks like Subaloy, Anselmino, and... Oh, there's loads coming on. Fuck me, there's Delap coming on, Satpayev coming on, Lavia. I don't think we're going to see Mudryk in this game. Well, I think we're literally about to change pretty much the whole team. Oh, here come Juve. It's going to be one. Oh, luckily that was poor. Ball across the face of goal and there was no one there. Thank fuck for that. He was offside anyway, I think. But yeah, it looks like we're about to change half the team, chat. Looks like half the team is about to change. Guys, keep smashing the likes up, by the way. 221 in the building. Let's get these likes smashed up. What are we on? We are on 173. Get this up to 200 likes, chat. Run it up, run it up. Right, here come a lorry load of changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 subs. So virtually the whole team, over half the team is changing. Gittins off, Satpayev on. JP's off as well. Zach Jackson maybe going wide. Jackson going into a 10. Are we going to play a front 2? Yeah, half the team is pretty much changing now. Asugu on. The young fullback Subaloy on. Palestra's off. Achimpong coming on. Wes is off. Caicedo off. Bro, Asugu's captain. Fucking hell. Dario Asugu, captain. Okay, so 7 changes made for Chelsea. Let's see how all this shakes out. Juventus free kick whipped in. Headed wide. It's a very good opportunity there for Juve. Very good opportunity from Bremer. Headed over. Should have done a lot better with that. No, I don't think I don't think there will be any Mudryk minutes. I'll be real. I don't think we're going to see Mudryk minutes today. Oh. Here comes Lavia. Lavia breaking clear. Lavia with the ball to Nico. Nico looked to play it onto Satpayev, but Jackson's now playing as the 10 with Delap as the 9. Oh, keeper slips over as he clears it, but it's gone to another Juve player. And here come Juventus in space. Juventus in space down that Chelsea left. Cut back to the edge of the box. It's Yildiz. Ball whipped in. It's a goal. It's a fantastic goal. Fuck. It's a brilliant goal. Whipped in by the Juve 11. It's a top goal. It's a top goal. There's no denying it. It beats Penders, all ends up, and it slapped top bins. Shit. It's a top goal. Look at all this space. Where's the fullback? Ansel Mino just jogging back. Yildiz edge of the box. First time finish. Slaps it top bins. It's a worldie. Genuinely, it's a worldie top bins. I don't know what else you can say. I don't know what else you can say. Sometimes you have to applaud. First time finish, whipped top bins. Zegrova, right before the hydration break. Fuck me. It's a finish. Hydration break. Chelsea just made 7 changes. And this is not good. Right, 1-0 down, chat. Look, again, I don't know why people are overreacting so much. Yeah, okay, we conceded a worldie goal. We've made 7 changes. Pre-season's about minutes for everyone as well. You know, we are disappointed we're not creating many chances. 100% I am. 100% I am. I need to change the score as well. And there we go, chat. Chelsea 0, Juventus 1. We're not going to see Mudryk minutes. I mean, look, the results don't matter that much in the preseason, but again, the performances haven't been great. Forget the results because they're not important. Obviously, you want to win, but yeah, look, it's fair to say the performances have not been great. They've not been great. Anselmino on the ball in the left-back position. Nico comes deep to get it. Jackson with a lovely turn. That's a fucking foul again. They're all over him. For God's sake. I'll tell you what as well, for those people on the show yesterday that were saying we shouldn't keep Jackson, we have to. We have to keep Jackson when you look at what we've had. Welbeck, obviously rusty, but, you know, Delap's not good enough. Omega, not good enough. Like we need to be keeping Jackson. Plus, he can play 10 and can play wide if needed as well. That's a loose ball from Lavia there. Mate, Yildiz is such a baller. For fuck's sake. Kenan Yildiz is so good. The thing is, though, Juve haven't really even done much this game, but Zagova's just slapped one top bins. I think Jackson's been not bad today. Obviously, there was a poor touch where if he got better, he would have had a shot. But yeah, he's been fine. You know, first 45 minutes of pre-season for Jackson. But we have got serious problems that need addressing. Midfield and defence. Here come Juve. Ball intercepted there by Sarr. No, I can't believe Asugu's wearing the armband, by the way. How mad is that? Dario Asugu wearing the armband, chat. We haven't seen any free-flowing attacking football. That's absolutely correct. No, we haven't seen Rodgers yet because Rodgers is not on the tour. And here come Juve again. Intercepted there. Asugu plays it forwards to Achimpong at right back. Achimpong to Steve. Steve looking to take his man on. Steve running down the Chelsea left. Right even, sorry. Finds Satpayev. And it's out. That went out. Definitely went out, but not been given. And Juve come away now. Final 15 minutes on the clock. Shimwaheka's not on the tour because he's going on loan. He's going on loan. Moheka wasn't on the tour at all. Triple sub by Juve now. But Moheka wasn't on the tour at all because he's going to be loaned out to elsewhere. And here come Juve again. Achimpong getting dealt with there by Asugu. And here comes Delap. Oh, God. Here comes Delap running forward into the Juve half. Delap's gone on quite a run here. There's very little support. Just Nico in the box. And Delap just runs into someone and loses the fucking ball. But he's done okay there. He's won a Chelsea throw deep in the Juve half. Deep in the Juve half. Satpayev in possession. Finds Nico. Nico back to Lavia. Chelsea trying to find something in this last 15 minutes. Ball has gone out to Achimpong. Into Steve. Achimpong should be overlapping. Achimpong with a chance to cross. And it's blocked. Back out to Steve. Steve beats a man. Nah, fuck. It's out for a goal kick. No, I don't think there is such thing as a bad preseason. Obviously, results-wise, you can have bad preseason. But it's not about the results. It's looking about how we look tactically. It's about how we look in and out of possession, XG created, big chances created, etc., etc. Those things are more important. But there's definitely some concern. But this has not been great, chat. This has not been great. That's cleared by Anselmino. This is not, chat, this is not looking good. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done to this squad. We're not going to see minutes for Neto. We're not going to see minutes for Neto or Mudryk today. Thought we might have seen some Mudryk minutes. We're not going to. Maybe against Milan, but probably more likely on Sunday we'll see Mudryk minutes. Lavia picks the ball up in midfield. Knocks it back to Achimpong. Subaloy. Asugu. Mamadou Sarr. Switch of play from Asugu out to Satpaev. Back to Anselmino. Chelsea trying to build something here. Maybe we can try and find an equaliser and get ourselves to a penalty shootout. But I don't know why people expect greatness in pre-season. But there are some concerning signs. There's no doubt about it. There are definitely concerning signs, 100%. Oh, that's crap. That's a foul, surely. Jackson on the ball. That's got to be a foul there as well. Foul brought back for the foul on Sarr. Free kick about halfway into the Juventus half for Chelsea. There's a bit of an argument. There's a bit of a scrap going on here. Right, it's a Chelsea free kick after that, after those handbags there. Asugu gets it. So it's a foul on Asugu there. It's definitely a foul on Asugu there. And then it's also a foul on Jackson as well. It's a Chelsea free kick. Ten minutes to go, and it's a booking for the Juventus number 3 and captain Bremer. Chat, 222 in the building. We need 10 more likes for 200. 10 more likes for 200. Please smash that like button. It's free. Takes seconds to do. Run it up, run it up. Need those 200 likes. 10 more likes to go, chat. Smash that like. We've got Mudryk. We've got Mudryk minutes, chat. Here he is, the number 43 on his back. We've got Mudryk minutes and Jackson's off. Chat, we've got Mudryk minutes. Mudryk is back on the football pitch. And Steve's free kick is easily saved. But Mudryk is back on a football pitch with a number 43 shirt on his back, chat. I mean, to be fair, that must have been the plan. That must have been the plan. Jackson at half time, play 40 minutes, and then Mudryk comes on for 10. Mykhailo Mudryk on, chat. Seven minutes plus added time. It's a Chelsea throw. Anselmino on the ball. Throws it back to Mamadou Sarr. But Misha's back. Delap's on the ball in the channel, not where you want him. Back to the young lad Subaloi. Then here's now a Sugu to Sarr. Chelsea looking to build something. Ansel Mina in the left back slot. Here comes Mudryk. Mudryk looking to play a ball in. Did we impress in pre-season last season? We got slapped by... What did we do in pre-season? There was no pre-season last season. We did a Club World Cup. Here comes Steve. Steve running in a central position. Steve looking for Mudryk. Oh, it's too long from the pass. Too long for the pass from Steve to Mudryk. Right idea, though. We didn't have pre-season last season. We kind of did. We had 2 games. We had the Club World Cup as well. So there wasn't really a proper pre-season last season. The first pre-season under Maresca, I remember we got slapped by Celtic 4-1. We drew against Wrexham. We lost to Real Madrid. I think we only won 1 game on that tour of the US in Maresca's first season. We got slapped up. It was the season before when we went on when we last went on tour, and we got slapped. Lost to Madrid, lost to Celtic, drew to Wrexham. I think we played Man City as well, and we lost. It was a bad one. Last pre-season, we had 2 games, Leverkusen and Milan. We beat them both at the Bridge. It was the season before that. Mamadou Sarr on the ball inside the final 5 minutes, chat. Chelsea needs something. Delap definitely with a big foul. That's a foul from Delap, just clearing out a geezer. Standard Liam Delap there. Yeah, that's a foul. Chat, keep smashing those likes up. We need to get this over 200. Surely we must have done that. There is an overreaction to say we're shit. There are issues that need to be solved. A lot more players need to be sold. There's still about 3 weeks of the window left. So I think it's an overreaction to say we're shit. Delap in the channel. Out for a Chelsea throw. Mudryk on the ball. Mudryk with the throw-in. Steve, I mean, Chelsea just got nothing centrally. Sarr with a overhit pass, and it's out for it. He's going to let that run out. No, he's going to collect that. No, it's gone out for a Juve goal kick. But now's not the time to panic. There are absolutely some concerns. 100% there's concerns, chat. So Juventus throw-in. 2 minutes plus stoppages for Chelsea to try and find an equaliser. Otherwise, it's going to be back-to-back defeats in pre-season. This has not been great, chat. I can't lie. Free kick to Chelsea. Juventus player offside. Fuck. Balls with Action Pong. Chelsea, we've got a chance to get one more attack. Delap on the ball. Delap loses the ball, standard. Delap gets it back. Tries to play it to Mudryk. Mudryk uses the pace. Ball across from Mudryk. Chelsea on the ball again. Asugu finds Steve. Steve into the Juve box. Steve on the ball. Steve with lovely feet. Steve blocked. Headed away by Juventus. Picked up by Satpayev. Oh, and Delap's offside for sure. Oh, no, it wasn't offside. 4 minutes added on, chat. 4 minutes added on for Chelsea to find an equaliser. Steve coming in. Steve looking for a shot. Oh, he's dispossessed. Steve holding on to it for too long. And Sarr collects it. 3 minutes to go, chat. Three minutes to go. Can Chelsea find an equaliser? And would this go to penalties? I think they just all go to penalties, to be honest. It would go to penalties, I think. I can't be certain, though. Asugu on the ball. Out to Misha. Back into Asugu. Finds Anselmino. Sarr. And Juve break away here. It's Yildiz on the ball. Yildiz into the Chelsea box. Yildiz still going. Juve corner. It was good play by Yildiz, in fairness. Can't knock it. Juventus corner. Whipped in. Collected by Penders. Lavia's in possession. Lavia out to Steve. Steve into Subaloy. Lavia picks the ball up again. Asugu, 1 minute to go. Anselmino finds Mudryk. Mudryk to Steve. Steve wins the throw-in. Anselmino. Chelsea corner. Chelsea corner. Or was that a throw? No, it's just out for a throw then. Oh, why is this buffering? Why is it buffered right at the end? Can't lie, chat. The CFC Plus has gone mad. Anyone else having problems with the CFC Plus right at the end? It's literally stopped working. Chat, anyone else's CFC Plus stopped working there? Luckily, shouldn't be a major issue. Hopefully just get that straight back up now. Nah, CFC Plus gone down. Footage just completely froze. It did, didn't it? Just completely froze. Is it back? Mine's just still just spinning and loading, but that's it then. That's it then. 1-0 Juventus. Chelsea finish with a defeat. Finish the time in Hong Kong with a 1-0 loss to Juve. Glad we come through it without injury. Other than that, there's not really too much more to shout home about. I'll be so real. I'll be so real. Pretty flat performance, pretty disappointing. Created a few chances here and there, but nothing special. Genuinely nothing special there. Game over. It's another loss for Chelsea, chat. Pretty boring game. Yeah, not the best, guys. I've got to be honest. We've got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. But anyway, it is what it is, guys. Yeah, it's not about the loss. It's about the performance. I'm not the loss. Whatever, it is what it is, guys. But yeah, I'm far more concerned about the performance. Far more concerned. There's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done. But yeah, it's another game with minutes in the legs. It's another game where we've come through injury-free. Other than that, not much more to say. We need more goals, though. Need more goals. 1 goal against Juventus and Spurs. 1 goal against Juve and Spurs is a problem, chat. However you want to look at it, 1 goal against Juve and Spurs is an issue. There's no doubt about that at all in my mind. But hey, we're on to the next game on Saturday against AC Milan. And we need to see more. We need to see more. But yeah, it is what it is. Chat, we're going to round this one out there. Juventus didn't finish 10th. Make sure you smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe if you're new around here as well to the channel, guys. Match reaction will be out in the next 15 or 20 minutes time, so stay tuned for that. Big up to all the support, as always, on the watch-along, guys. So, yeah, I'll catch you lot again on Saturday for the watch-along. And we'll be back again live tomorrow with all the latest Chelsea transfer news, unless we get anything major today, which I think is very unlikely. Anyway, chat, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Love for the support as always. Smash up the likes. Subscribe if you're new round here. I will catch you lot again tomorrow. Stay tuned for the match reaction dropping now. Up the Chelsea. Blue Co out. Love.